putting a lid on it.
I'm sure if it is still around somewhere, it's not in the best condition.
Can you help solve a nearly 70-year-old mystery?
CBC News, Vancouver.
It was 1945. The end of the war, and Vancouver was in the mood to party. Joining the celebrations was U.S. Navy serviceman Sam Tridente. Fresh from service in the Pacific, still proudly wearing his uniform and cap. Now, 69 years later, a search is on for something that went missing that day. Tim Weeks explains.
Sam Tridente was a young Italian-American kid from Hoboken, New Jersey when he joined the U.S. Navy. During the Second World War, his job was to help protect merchant ships in the Pacific. In 1945, he and every sailor in the fleet had reason to celebrate.
As VJ Day is announced, the same scenes of revelry which characterized VE Day are once again enacted in the city of London. In the faraway Pacific Theater, the Japanese warlords surrender unconditionally, while in Canada, the 6th Division, designed for service in the East, is disbanded.
That marked the effective end of the Second World War. Spontaneous celebrations broke out around the world. For sailors like Sam Tridente, it meant returning to the U.S. through Vancouver.
Navy men, too, are coming home. And what a thrill.
It was a thrill for people in the Lower Mainland as well, as crowds of servicemen and women flooded into the streets, all ready to cut loose. Tridente got caught up in those parties, and his grandson told us from New York that something important was lost.
He was stationed in Vancouver, and while during VJ Day, after Japan surrendered, there was wild celebrations in the city of Vancouver, and apparently a little boy ran up to him, took his hat as a souvenir, and this is something he's regretted for 70 years at this point.
Now Mike Tridente is starting an international search for the hat, described as a traditional Dixie cup style, with S. Tridente written inside.
It's from the early 1940s, so I'm sure if it is still around somewhere, it's not in the best condition, but I think, that adds to the whole appeal of it.
He says he knows finding it is an incredible long shot, but it would be the gift of a lifetime for Sam, who turns 90 in May. If you think you know where the hat might be, you can send a message to Finding Sam's Hat on Facebook. Tim Weeks, CBC News, Vancouver.
How wonderful would it be if they were able to reunite that veteran with his old hat from here in Vancouver? Well, you can always find our news